The father and son team of Chad and Larry Ragland have a deep love of off-road racing. Larry has been racing for over 50 years and is one of the oldest active off-road racers, with more career wins than any other racer in the sport's history. Chad has followed in his father's footsteps and has raced professionally for over a decade. When the sport of desert UTV racing began to take off, the two built a new business called Cage WRX, a design and manufacturing group that specializes in making custom UTV parts and accessories and race-ready vehicles.
I got into UTV racing really by an invitation from Mad Media and UTVUnderground.com. I was approached to come to an event for the unveiling of the XP1000. It was in Oregon, and the public hadn't even seen the vehicle, so I was asked to kind of come participate and help in the promotion of that, and that was really my first experience in a UTV ever. I've been real fortunate that I've been able to drive trophy trucks and race some of the best equipment on the planet, but it's never been, under my control where I was the one that could afford to pay the bills and to race that stuff. But now the UTV racing's really presented me with a whole new opportunity to have a much more affordable, form of racing. Yeah, we would all love to drive trophy trucks. I'd still love to be driving trophy trucks. I hope I still can. But at the end of the day, do we do it for show? Or do we do it because we love to race? If your answer is you love to race, UTV makes tons of sense because they're fun, they're competitive. You still get to go through the same race courses. So we have a great group of guys that have helped us get this vehicle ready for the UTV World Championships and really for the entire Best in the Desert series, being #1 led by my dad, who it's great to, that's really why I'm doing this. I mean, it's nice to still get out in the desert and race, but to be able to do it with my dad is just the icing on the cake.
UTV has provided a whole different way of racing, but it's a lot more fun and not quite as serious as what I've been accustomed to. I can enjoy the racing more and without the pressure. My son Chad got into it and said, "Dad, you got to come out and go with me on a trip in the UTV." So I did and fell in love with it. Within a few weeks, I had my own new RZR. We're probably not competitive yet because we have a lot to learn, and we're getting into the racing part of it a little bit late compared to the people that we're racing against. So our learning curve has been, is got to ramp up a little bit so we can get up to speed, which we will. For some people, it's going to be their first time. Their heart's going to be beating when they're on that start line.
To be able to still do this, my dad's older, and he wants to win just as bad as he did when he was younger. So it's great. I still get to go out there, talk about the race course. We're involved in the same team, the prep of the vehicle, and we get to race, and it's just great. I mean, I love it. Would not trade it for the world. I think that any son, you always have that desire to, to live up to your dad's expectations and to show him that, your appreciation for him. And for me, certainly that's been true, watching my father have such success in off-road racing. The first time that I heard about the UTV World Championships was from UTVUnderground.com, and it was really just a concept when I heard of it. Hey, this class is growing, the UTVs are becoming more and more popular. Why don't we have our own race focused on just that vehicle, just that class, that we can go out there and put on a great show over a great weekend here in Laughlin, Nevada, and that's exactly what they've done. So 2 years now for this event, and it's just growing. I can't even imagine what it'll be like in a decade. So we chose the Polaris platform because we really think it's the most competitive, UTV out there right now. We have the most experience with it, seems to be the most reliable, and for my company, we provide a lot of parts that fit that model. So for us, it was really a no-brainer. So I'll be racing a Polaris RZR XP1000 in the Pro Production class, which means normally aspirated. You are allowed to make some pretty significant changes and additions to the vehicle. Most everything we've done with off-the-shelf parts. That was kind of our goal. Use a lot of Cage WRX parts, a company that I own, and then various aftermarket parts on the vehicle that we've obtained from sponsors. So, it's obviously not a stock vehicle, but again, most of the parts we got are just off-the-shelf parts to prove that you can go and be competitive with a vehicle like that.